Hello, welcome to my channel on All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing WWE Monday Night Raw 18th of May 2020. We kick off the show with Randy Orton making his way to the ring. He was asked by Charlie about the challenge he made. He said, "It's a straight up wrestling match, hard to understand. Wrestling is the basic of our company. We had a match at Mania. Edge was the better man, without a shadow of a doubt, but he's not the best wrestler." Randy said he doesn't need tables or chairs to win, he just needs a referee in a ring. He can do what nobody else can do in this ring, not even Edge. He says, "I understand why you did not accept my challenge last week on Monday Night Raw. I saw it in your eyes and your face. You saw doubt. Your grit and passion has faded. It has gone, and once was grit and passion is now doubt and fear." Edge makes his way to the ring. Says, "You spoke a lot of truth last week, giving them a lot to chew on and contemplate. You're playing a game of chess, so I can't rush into the next move. This is all it is to you, a game. You're standing there with your stupid smug smirk. This is just a paycheck. You're probably the most talented person I've seen in a wrestling ring, but this life isn't what you wanted. This is what you were handed. This is your backup plan. You are different than everybody else in the locker room because you don't care. You didn't go to bed every night dreaming of being WWE champion like I did. You didn't save your money to go to wrestling shows every month like I did. You didn't cry when you won the Intercontinental Championship like I did. That was my biggest accomplishment at that time." He says, "I beat you for that title in 2004 and it was one of my favourite matches. Our skills have changed so much since then." Randy starts to talk, but Edge cuts him off and says, "You didn't have a career-ending injury and missing 9 years. Randy just wants to know, will you accept the challenge?" Edge accepts and Randy leaves. Overall, a pretty good promo. I'm looking forward to their match together, to be honest. It's not going to be the best technical match in the world, but it's going to be entertaining enough. Going to give that segment a 7.5 out of 5. We then move swiftly on to Seth Rollins in the back with Buddy Murphy. They pat each other on the shoulder. Seth said, "I've had a revelation. We need to tell the world." They go to the ring. They talk about Ray's eye injury. It was mentioned by commentary that it was critical and it could be involving some nerve damage. Seth is just talking about, "I thought I'd lost everything. I felt I was in a dark place. I thought I'd never escape. Without darkness there can be no light. Rey Mysterio, you were a sacrificial lamb. Some people thought it was heinous, disgusting and unforgivable. Some people thought it was the penance paid for the disbelief in the Monday Night Messiah. This was for the greater good. You may not know this, Rey, but it will soon be clear to you, this was for the greater good. From the bottom of my heart, when we meet face together, it does not have to be said, Rey Mysterio, you're welcome." Heberto then made his way to the ring and said, "Anyone believes you care about Rey? Rey's a hero to millions and he is my idol. All you are is a coward." Heberto gets in the ring, Buddy steps in between Seth and Heberto. Seth says he respects Heberto for standing up for the honour of your idol, but if you're here to fight him, he's not dressed for the occasion. But my disciple, who's having a match with Aleister Black later, is dressed for the occasion. If it's a fight you want, his disciple will be happy to oblige. I'm just going to rate the talking part. Going to give it an 8 out of 10. It was an overall really good Seth Rollins promo. I'm buying back into this whole thing that he's doing. Heberto versus Buddy Murphy was a very short match, leading with Murphy's Law for the win. I'm just going to give the match a 2.5 out of 5. It was very short, but fairly average. After the match, Buddy Murphy started attacking Heberto, sent him into the ring steps. Aleister Black then made his way to the ring. Murphy gets attacked a bit, but avoids the black mass and escapes. But yeah, that was the second segment. Damn, we're only into the second segment. Baron Corbin's in the back and he wants to know why he doesn't have his own locker room. A referee stops by and says, "What's wrong?" He says, "No one bowed down to me. They expect me to get my own food. I want things fixed and I want it made right." 6.5 out of 10, making him look like an asshole. Really good. We then go to Liv Morgan doing a fake crying thing, saying, "My mum was my hero. She didn't have a job or much of a savings account or resume. But what she did have was determination. She never quit, and I'm my mother's daughter. A couple of weeks ago, I had a match with Charlotte Flair. Did I win? No. Did I learn? Yes. What I learned is that, just like my mother, one day I'll become Raw Women's Champion. It was a stupid segment. Why the fuck was she crying? 1 out of 10. Absolutely awful, Liv. Work on it. Not a fan of it at all. We move on to Charlotte Flair making her way to the ring. She said, everyone at home is in awe because I'm here. She does not want to bore you by saying she's the hardest working woman and everything she's done. Bayley and her lackey sidekick Sasha Banks challenged her to a champion versus champion match. She's excited. She gets to speak to Bayley the levels of being a champion. She knows Ruby Riott has something to say to her. We have their match. Charlotte with a figure 8 to win. Going to give the match a 2 out of 5. Subpar, boring, basic Raw match. Moving swiftly on, Charlie Cruz says in the back with Bobby Lashley. She's talking about his match with R-Truth, and MVP stops by. MVP says they won't be working together because Lashley's busy with clowns like R-Truth and Lana. MVP asked Lashley what would happen if you put that full Nelson on a WWE champion. You don't need a title on your shoulder because you already have a trophy. I like this. 6 out of 10. I'm liking the dynamic. I want MVP to be with him. We then see the basketball competition. Moving swiftly on to the axe throwing competition. Eric says his friends are on a quest for the smoke and they offer the Street Profits the smoke as an actual fire. Angelo starts talking and Montez stops and reminds him we should accept a gift from knife-wielding Vikings. Good advice, dude. Gonna give that a 5 out of 10. It was fairly average and it actually made me laugh a little bit. God damn it. Then we go to Asuka making her way. Corey Sane's in the ring. She said tonight we celebrate Asuka, her partner, and friend, new champion Asuka. Asuka thanks Corey for the setup and flowers. Asuka says she's so happy for Becky Lynch to become a mother. She can't believe she's Raw Women's Champion. Asuka's been NXT Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champions, and now Raw Women's Champion. She's a Grand Slam Champion. Asuka starts to dance around the ring. Corey Sane pulls out a recorder and starts to play something until Nia Jax interrupts and said, "Are you serious? There's nothing to celebrate. You were literally handed the title because Becky Lynch cannot fight anymore." Nia said Becky is on maternity leave, so you looked into the greatest temp job ever. You will be replaced by someone more worthy of that championship, me. Asuka kicks Nia Jax out of the ring. Asuka then says something to her in Japanese. Very nice. 5.5 out of 10. I mean, she didn't really get handed the belt, did she though, Nia? She climbed a freaking ladder to get it. So, technically, yes, she kind of earned it, unlike you, who did nothing. Then Charlie's with Baron and asks if he has any doubts with the match with Drew McIntyre. He said, I carried him for more than a year. He's very dangerous. He beat the Beast Brock Lesnar for the championship. Drew has the ability to make mistakes, and I will take advantage of each and every one of them. I will beat McIntyre. The next time I step in the ring with Drew, it will be the main event of Mania, and I'll be taking the title from Drew. 5 out of 10. We then go to Kevin Owens in the back. Oh no, Kevin Owens will be back with the KO show. His guests will be Selena Vega and the team of Austin Theory on Andrade and Angel Garza. That's just a little hype thing there for you. R-Truth says his cousin Pretty Rick told Bobby Lashley he's been a bad man. He doesn't want Bobby to put his Nelson from The Simpsons. Truth says his boyhood hero John Cena would not give up and he won't give up. He said he wants his baby back. He tells Tom Brady he'd be better watching because he will sack him and win the title back. 7 out of 10. God damn, R-Truth is entertaining. We then have R-Truth vs Bobby Lashley. R-Truth goes to the Fourthman. Pretty Rick is back. Pretty Ricky is back. He asks Bobby if he wants to fight. Truth with forearms and Mr. Jumping Sidekick. Lashley sends Truth to the ringside barrier. Just a little couple more moves. Lashley puts a full Nelson and then Truth taps out. MVP shows up on the ramp and applauds Bobby's performance. Going to give the match. Not going to rate it. It wasn't really anything. It was just kind of there to get Bobby Lashley over. After the match, we see Lana in the back. She screams and starts throwing random items. That was funny. No rating for that though. We then go to Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. They said we deserve a title match and we are getting it. We're glad that you kept them warm for us while we were gone. During the match, Peyton Royce sends Alexa Bliss into the ring post 3 times and gets disqualified because I don't think she was the legal woman. I don't know. I kind of missed the whole point of what was going on there. But the match was trash. Going to give it a 1.25 out of 5. And they retain the championships. Whoa, whoa. Then Billy Kay tells Peyton that was a chance of winning the titles back and you blew it. She slaps Peyton and she's like, I'm sorry I did it. And then they hug. Yeah. We see Corey Saint in the back playing a recorder. Nia Jax sneaks up behind her and then sends her into the storage case. 5 out of 10, carrying the story along, I guess. We then go to Shayna Baszler versus Natalya in a submission match. Coquina clutch, Natalya taps out. Going to give the match a 2.75 out of 5. Slightly better than average. Alright win for Shayna Baszler. After the match, they start preparing for the KO show, but Natalya's still in the ring. She kicks the ropes and throws the sign and the chairs for the KO show out of the ring. Yeah. 6 out of 10 for the dramatic whole Marty thing. Actually, quite good. We see the bad blood between Andrade Austin and Angel Garza. In the back, they were all arguing. Selena said, I'm sick of this. We'll best be on the same page tonight. Yes, Andrade, if he understands, he said he is the champion. She takes it as a yes. Angel says he understands. And Austin says, yes, ma'am. 5 out of 10. We then go to the Kevin Owens show. We do see the destroyed set by Natalya. Kevin thanked Nia for getting all the junk out of the way. He says he's been banged up since Mania, so he's had to take a bit of time off. He's good to go and return with the Kevin Owens show. He brings them out. He applauds them and apologises for the mess. He said he wanted them on the show today. Selena said he knows why they wanted on the show. We were hoping for a Jerry Springer moment. I'm sick of you, Drew, and the entire WWE universe. If you want to talk about real champions, Andrade, the god among insects like you. Angel Garza, the lethal Thyron, who breaks faces and hearts. Austin Theory, the 22-year-old prodigy who is this damn good. Selena says she is best for business that has been seen in a long time. She came from the street. Selena wants Kevin to show respect by getting in the ring. He says, I'm giving you more respect by giving you the ring. The last few months has taught me that if I'm in the ring with more than one person, thing goes crazy. He doesn't want the ring to be so crowded because I have one more guest. Apollo Crews, who runs in and punches Andrade. Theory goes after Crews. Owens pulls Theory off Crews, and there's a big brawl leading to a tag match, which wasn't very long. Again, most of these matches have been short tonight. Vega gets on the apron to distract Crews, but Theory accidentally hits Garza. Crews with the toss power bomb for the 3 count. Gonna give them. I'm not going to rate the match. It was literally nothing. It was to set off this next segment. Austin tries to explain what happened. Andrade attacked him. They beat the shit out of him and throw him into the ringside barrier and then into loads of chairs. And Selena says, "You're useless. I should have never believed in you." She slaps him, and then they leave him in the timekeeper's area after throwing him into some chairs. 8 out of 10. Very effective. It all plays into the end of the show as well. Drew McIntyre is asked about his match tonight. Drew says he doesn't know if he goes out and finds a fight or the fight comes to him. Every Monday is a good night for a Claymore party. Brand to Brand Invitational leaves to dream matches. Drew says his dream matches fall into his lap. He sees how Corbin interacts with people and he's a terrible human being. He does terrible things in the ring and will do whatever it takes to win the match. Do you think he's going to fight the WWE champion and win? Are you out of your mind? He has a special Claymore for you, a Claymore that's fit for a king with your name on it. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. We then go to the warm-up for the axe throwing contest. Eric tells Montez it's fine to be nervous and have performance anxiety. He missed the target by a few miles. Montez gives Angelo a pep talk. Then they toss the axe into a barrel of, I'm going to assume, alcohol. That's all this for now. We then move on to Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black. During the match, Seth Rollins goes up to Theory, offers him a hand, he takes it. Just as Black was about to hit Black Mass, Theory comes in and attacks Aleister Black and they beat down Aleister Black. Rollins and Theory hug. Murphy kind of has a look like, am I going to get replaced? Overall, match was not really anything. I'm not going to rate it, but I'm going to give the segment a 7 out of 10. Theory joining Rollins, I like it. The axe throwing competition, each team will have 10 throws. Viking Raiders go 5-0 up. Viking Raiders get a perfect score. As the Street Profits get nothing. A police car shows up with an axe in the window of the car and they want to know who did it. Angelo throws one behind his back and hits the bullseye. Looks pretty good. Moving swiftly on, Apollo Crews is asked if he has a lot to prove because of his money in the bank. He says he doesn't know what hurts more, the injury or losing his spot. Things have been falling into place and I realise I cannot waste any more time. The final piece will fall into place when I challenge Andrade for the United States title. Selena shows up, tells Apollo he has a choice to make. You can cut your losses and walk away with one bad knee. With one bad knee, or you can face Andrade and worry about being able to walk. Crews says I'll be there next week. 7 out of 10. Really good backstage promo from Apollo Crews. Moving to the last segment of the axe throwing competition, the police officer asked do they know how dangerous it is to be throwing axes. She will let them go this time because you're cute. As she's looking at Ivar and then says to Eric, you not so much. Yeah, that was slightly entertaining comedy. I'm going to give the whole axe throwing segment a 6 out of 10. Quite entertaining overall. Moving swiftly on to Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin. Bobby Lashley and MVP make their way to the stage. He apologises for the intrusion, but they have a personal interest in this match. MVP said he can talk for 10 minutes about what Corbin has done. Drew, you hold the title and that's all that needs to be said. Bobby said he's putting Drew on notice that he's coming after the WWE Championship. If I have to buy cold dead hands, that's what I'm going to do. And then we go to the match, ending with Baron setting up for the end of days. Drew with a headbutt. Corbin slides around the ring post but runs into a claymore for the 3 count. Very good match for what it was. I'm going to give it a 2.75 out of 5, slightly above average, mainly for the ending sequence was quite nicely done. And that has been Monday Night Raw. I do hope you've enjoyed this review. Going to give Monday Night Raw, before I forget to give the rating, a 6.5 out of 10. Overall, it was definitely better than average. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, share and subscribe, and I shall catch you all later. Bye.